video.
You have the video. You understand? So that is that's a new legislation in our system. And the police have looked at a lot of some people. They say, "I know we didn't make it. He didn't come with a lawyer." The law says you should provide him a lawyer. You understand? You should. The state should provide him a lawyer if it can't afford a lawyer. So when is it this matter? I need us to really take it properly, because if at the end of the day the courts start knocking down these charges, people will start attacking the judiciary. The work of the investigator has to be done properly. I'll give an example. The matter of the shooting of Ibru. The allegation was that it was shot by an AK-47. Now, the bullet that was brought from the vehicle was a pistol bullet. Forensic analysis showed that it was a pistol bullet. How could you make such error? How could you make such? Then what do you want the court to do? So let the investigators, please, do their work properly, and let them work with the prosecutors who are going to go to court. Because you must look at what the law requires of you. If you breach any aspect of it, I'll give you another example. A man is arrested in a police station. Before he's maybe an armed robbery suspect, he's taken to a Demo police station. He makes a statement there. You now move him to SAS. SAS, he takes another statement, makes another statement. When you are going to prosecute the man, you bring a confidential statement of just SAS. What happened? What of the man, the one that was more contemporaneous? And in evidence law, the contemporaneity is very important, because that is what happened suddenly after the crime, the event. So that you have more truth, the court will believe that more than the one you make later on, because you have sat back and thought about it. So it's important that while we want to achieve this fight, because tomorrow they'll start saying the people have a lot of money, they can pay the best lawyers, but this is not the first country that it has been done. In the Philippines, it was done properly. We must learn from around.
Now that you bring in the issue of money, that these people are very rich and they can pay a lot of money to get away with their crimes, the president has also said that the issue of corrupt judges is going to be dealt with, and dealt with seriously. And any judges that are found wanting, they're going to be prosecuted and they're going to be dealt with. What are your thoughts about that? How much contribution do you think that corrupt judges are making to big men getting away with their crimes?
You see, we are part of the global community, and we have to begin to look at it from the point that nobody is above the law. Lately, you've seen that the Prime Minister of Israel was sent to prison. And even the former Prime Minister, even in Germany, you are not above the law. If you commit crimes, you go for it. And here it seems some people feels or knows that they are just above the law. I mean, that is the way it looks like. My friend here can say that, and he can correct me. The point is, take for instance, this gentleman you said just drove into a project of 65 million and nobody could raise any voice, and that was it. Even a lawyer like him could not petition. Because sometimes when we're looking at this, we have to even blame ourselves as citizens of this country. I would expect my brother here to have sent a petition, even to the IG or to the governor of Lagos State or to whoever, and say, listen, I'm a lawyer, I'm sitting down here. This guy destroyed what belongs to me. I'm sending a petition. Listen, we have to begin to look at these things from the point that we belong to this nation. And nobody can just drive into this thing. I mean, you saw it, but you didn't do anything. I challenge you. That's the point that we have to begin to. If somebody does something wrong, if a chairman of a local government does something wrong, it doesn't matter who keeps him there or who fixes him there or who puts him there. We should be able to say you've done something wrong. It is then this fight against corruption will begin to sink into people's mind and into their hearts. But if oh no, we can't do anything, just leave him, he's a son of a big man and stuff like that. This fight cannot get so far. But we as citizens, we have the right, we have the citizens' right to make comments, to challenge these people legally, and to take it further than just looking at them and leaving it. I mean, if you are on a queue at the airport and a big man just come and say, look, he's going, there's a queue for the business class, there's a queue for the economy. But please, for goodness sake, you still see some people with the economy, they just go in there because one man is in uniform and it takes them around and nobody's talking. Honestly speaking, I'll challenge you, go back, because I'm queuing up here as well. So I think these are the things that we citizens, we have to begin to take, not to take laws into our hands, but at least let's begin to make sure that we fight for this right, so that this war on corruption, the governors of the state, they are doing their bits. Let's assume it. Forget that they are, oh, the governors, don't talk to them, don't talk about that. But the president has set the ball rolling. And then we have to follow. What do you want the president to do? He said, look, I'm fighting it, and we see he's fighting it. And corruption is going to fight back. That's what we're told. So if he's going to fight back, who are those people to fight back? They are citizens. So if we support the president and say, look, we are going to support you, we begin to monitor these folks, I think this corruption, war on corruption, will go further than what we're seeing.
Okay. Ms. Okechukwu, what would you say the pace, what would you say about the pace of the war against corruption? Yes, you have some cases in court, and then there are allegations that some people are treated more fairly than others. What would you say about that?
Before I come to that very issue, I would like to address the issue Joe raised. Joe said that most of the MOUs and the projects that designated for had not been mentioned. I remember vividly where Lai Mohammed, the Minister of Information, where the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Oyama, and others had been trying to emphasize that when Mr. President went to South Africa to have a meeting with the Chinese president, the issue of the Mambila power station, hydro power station, is one of the biggest that will come to the country, and Mr. President had almost concluded that. I also heard when the Minister of Transport, Rotimi Amechi, was also talking about issues being concluded on the rail lines. The Minister of Power, Works and Housing had also told us that in the second Niger Bridge, in the East-West Road, that some investors had demonstrated interest, and actually he's almost concluding their agreement with them, though they are going to mount toll gates to recover their funds. So there are issues on that level. And where Ima is talking about the administrative system, he should not forget that there is the Justice Administration Act, which kind of will help to facilitate the conclusion of cases. And as I said earlier, Nigeria is not different from humanity.